Here I am on December 8, 2021 down at the East Bowl. Coming down here to do a status check today, see what's going on. I've got a big flatbed truck in here, and I believe they might have brought in this, back over here through this tree, they might have brought in this green forklift machine, I believe is what it is. And from this angle it's hard to see, but this tree that's been sitting up on the hill for the longest time has been boxed up. So I think they're going to move that out, and then in prep they're going to begin grading this down to the level that they need for the coming construction. I'm going to walk up here a little ways, see if I can get a better view of this tree being boxed up. Kind of hard to see from this this angle here, but the tree is boxed up and ready to be pulled out of here. Walk our way around a little bit more here. Again, fences I can't see over. So this is just a view down this way. East Bowl, fairly quiet. Has been for a while for the most part. It's now 8:47 a.m. Got a mostly cloudy day today. Beginning to see the effects of the coming front that'll bring rain on Thursday. I think by Thursday night we have a 90% chance of rain, so that should have a pretty big impact on the construction site that night. So walk back down to my perch here. Looks like they're actually taking this tractor out of here, either transferring it or they just don't need it down here any longer. See down here they've already they have trees that are boxed up. I don't know if these trees are from this area or if there's some from other areas that have been brought down here. But we have some trees boxed up down here. Maybe just brought them down here for future use or protection. I think they're getting ready for the long haul on the trees, so they're moving them to areas. Now this pile of dirt right here directly ahead, I believe, they'll put that around the trees, and then they'll set up like they did over in the West Bowl. I think they'll set up temporary irrigation systems to keep the trees watered for the coming months until they need to be replanted somewhere. So they're just doing a lot of tree work here lately, and but not a lot going on down here at the West Bowl. So I'm going to stop here, move on back around to the West Paseo, see what's happening down there. This is just basically a status check today. See what all the areas are doing, how they're doing, and so I'm going to shut this down here and move on around to the West Paseo, I think. All right, here I am down at the West Paseo now, checking on what they're doing down here. Looks like they're continuing to dig their trenches through here. Move up to my perch number 1 here. Looks like the backhoe is digging more trenches through here. They're continuing to dig the trench. Got their white line drawn. He's just continuing the trench work. out the trenches for the catch basin and irrigation. Got another smaller backhoe down there doing some trench work, it looks like. So just getting their trench work done down here. Laying pipe. Move on up a little bit higher here. Sun's starting to peek out from behind the clouds a little bit now. As I said, down at the East Bowl, we're gonna have a cold front move through here tomorrow, Thursday, December 9, and we're gonna see rain late in Thursday evening over Thursday night. Probably have a fairly wide coverage of rain in the area, so sure will make this a little more messy come Friday. Walk down to my perch down here. I'm not seeing a lot of activity over at the West Bowl right now, or hearing anything for that matter. Walk over here, get an idea what's going on down there. Is continuing to progress down through here with their efforts to get everything leveled out and fixed up for the coming construction. This ramp area is still is intact, more or less, down here below me. Haven't really attempted to tear down to street level down there, so I'm not really sure how far they're going to go down to actually get to street level. Maybe they'll just sort of meet it halfway. Still have this ramp here. They'll have to fill in back over between the buildings here. There'll have to be something done to make that handicap accessible street level wise. I'm going to pause here for a moment, switch over to my telephoto. Right, here I am on my telephoto lens, shooting back down into the West Paseo. Trenches are fairly deep down there, an order of 6 feet, I would say, just from those guys standing in them. So again, there's the whole question of street level and how far down are they going to go, but that's a ways off, I think, at least till they start laying concrete. I imagine they'll come out here and do some surveying or something with maybe I use LiDAR out here, I don't know. Probably. It's one of the more advanced methods of surveying now is LiDAR. So they might bring a LiDAR out here and do very focused surveying, get it down to where they want it to be from their specifications, would be my guess. So it's just a look down here. I'm going to move on around to some other places around, heading towards the West Bowl, and see what I can do or see. So I'll stop this right here and move on around to another spot. They go down by the Old Town Tavern and shoot from there. I haven't done that for a little bit. Okay, here I am in the loft area of the Old Town Tavern. Gonna shoot a little bit from up here. Another angle on the trench work here. Down there checking stuff out. They're getting into their trench work and prepping this area. As I've said, looks like they've back over there you can see straight ahead they've reinstalled a fire hydrant, which might be a necessary safety precaution if you ever had a fire break out here and your fire hydrant was all torn up. Could be a problem. So looks like they're fix that back up. So, but down this way, not really a lot of change down on this end right now. Looks like they have filled in, maybe filled in a trench, or the trench never got that far. I don't remember how far the trench was, but trenching on up through here, getting things done. Serious. I'm going to move on around to my usual spots here, I think, next, and see what I can see. Stop this here. Move on around to Brown and Main, I think, next stop. Alright, here I am walking down through the Old Town Tavern right now. Now 9:12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. One of the concerns here for the Old Town Tavern this coming Thursday night is how much is it affected by the water runoff from any kind of heavy rain that might come into the area. So we're right up against the West Paseo, and you have the dirt area right up to the edge of the concrete here. And potentially, I think we're a little bit, bars slightly downhill from some of the runoff from the potential rain. But we'll see. Never know how much rain you'll get from some of these storms, or where it'll fall. We are down at the West Paseo. It's kind of my usual look on this end to see what's going on. And trench work is moving along. So that's sort of the story of the West Paseo right now, is just the trench work that's going on. So I'm going to stop this here and move around to the back construction entrance right now. All right, here I am at the back construction entrance here. You can see sort of the dark blue of the sky behind the building ahead. That's part of the clouds from the front that's moving through. They're moving in. Just doing more of their pipe work down here. Got pipes situated to be placed into the trenches. Sort of the continuing story of the area down here. Just getting this trench work done, getting the catch basins laid. Once they get so far along here, they should be able to start getting other things done. Though this gate right here is the only real gate for the western end of the project. So this gate has to stay functional up to the very end almost. So we'll see how it goes. But there was hopes that the West Paseo could be done first, but it doesn't really look like it. Maybe one of the last sections actually completed just due to the need of the functionality of having this gate here. So I'm going to stop here and move over around by the West Bowl. Right here I am coming by AZ88 up to the West Bowl. We don't see much of any activity going on down here of any significance anyway. Get up on my perch, see what's going on, but I think they've accomplished all of the major demolition down here that they had scheduled. So right now it looks like they're continuing to prep these trees. It looks like they have just laid out a temporary irrigation system so that the trees will be in good shape come the end of next year. So I'm sure all the original infrastructure has been torn out. So have to set up temporary irrigation systems to keep the trees in good shape. So pretty mellow down here, really. Alright, I think I'm going to stop this, move on down a little bit farther and shoot some more down here. Right, here I am on the midway up the stairs over here, looking into the West Bowl. Like I say, just sort of working with the trees down here, setting up the irrigation system. I'm going to pan back around here. This is where they were doing their trenching and digging work Monday it was, and it looks like they made it all the way down to the end of the building there, so they filled back in whatever they dug out. It's hard to really tell what they've done, if anything at all there. It doesn't look very dug out, so maybe they're just doing some things to prep for whatever they got to prep for. So I may finish up here today. I don't think there's any need to go over by the library steps because it's difficult to see much down there anyway. So back in here, straight ahead, is probably where they'll start doing their first concrete work at the end of January, according to the site supervisor. They'll start with the laying the foundation and rebuilding of the Marshall Gardens area. I think it'll be one of the first things they do, because they have to build from the middle out. And so drink water and the area above it right there represent the middle ground. So they'll start building from drink water back westward. And so that's the reason that the west entrance down there at the West Paseo will have to be open for extended period of time. So the West Paseo won't be able to be completed until I think they are back down to the point where they've built back down into the West Paseo to the point where they can start slowly backing out of that gate and then finishing up that schoolyard, maybe one of the last things done. And the same thing on the East Bowl. They'll work their way back out of there, back towards 75th Street, so building from the middle out. So just a little status check today. think I may come back tomorrow. The rain's not supposed to start till the evening, so I may come back later in the day just to see how much it's raining and see what the rain impact is on this area down here. So I think right now I'm just going to finish up here for today, and unless I see anything else, head back home, get this all fixed up and edited up. Alrighty.